Hey, this is the Street Blog for LTV interview with Mark. How you doing today, Mark?
I'm doing great. How you doing, CEO?
We're doing good. Hey, subscribe to the channel, everybody. Like this video. If you're new to the channel, share this video and watch this whole interview so you could get the entire description of everything that happened. We're going to discuss all topics situated in this and get this everything cleared up. Let's get into it.
Honestly, what could have possibly happened, and there's a ton of scenarios to talk about, but
So, how do you feel about the digital marketing company that young Dolph was trying to create being taken over by Daddie and basically his secretaries? How do you feel about that?
I feel like that's not really. I have
Is there
mixed,
some truth to it?
I have some mixed feelings on it because the reason for this is young Dolph had a bright future with it, right? And he had specific people that he was going to put onto it, but with how it's going right now, only time will tell for what's to come with it. I still have mixed feelings on it. I don't want to say too much just yet, but we will jump more into it in
So-
some later videos.
Okay. So you think that there could have been some jealousy coming from the fact that he had such a successful company going on and that others were trying to get at it.
Oh, most definitely, most definitely. Black youngster, he's a prime example with some of his people from PRE and CMG. You even got in the mix that we're trying to get risen up to even higher executive points where they own the company basically, but they just didn't get to those points.
Oh, so okay, so do you really think it's true or false? And when I ask these questions, I want you to give me your honest opinion. Do you think it's true or false or what's been going around, what they've been saying about the Finesse 2Tymes and basically black youngsters showing hatred, like basically towards the whole Finesse 2Time camp, mad because he didn't sign with CMG as well. Same thing that happened with Young Dolph. But I want you to let me know your honest opinion. Do you think that JPrince is gonna let this continue to go on? Because I know JPrince is a good guy. I rock with JPrince, and I just like the way that he holds up he holds up the whole foundation that his father set for him. But I want you to give me your honest opinion.
Well, my honest opinion, I think things are going to be great. I think things are going to go better. I think it is. I think it's true. The beef going on with Black Youngsta and everything.
Finesse 2Tymes?
Yeah, and Finesse 2Tymes and CMG and PRE and all this other. Because it's not just Finesse 2Tymes. You got a ton of other people in the mix with it. But we're gonna delve more into that in deeper videos.
It's other people tied to
Oh yes, yes.
tied to the CMG that's in PRE, or do you think that's
Oh, both.
both?
And
Okay.
CMG and PRE. It's convoluted right now. It's mixed, and there's more that's just being uncovered from the iceberg. We're just at the tip right now. We're just getting down it. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. So now, do you think that it's right or wrong for Yo Gotti to have such a high-profile beef with Young Dolph? Is beefing something that you tolerate, or do you frown upon that?
I frown upon it. I think it's wrong because we should let things go. Life is too short. We shouldn't be holding beef with people. We should be happy individuals as human beings, and we should be living our lives to the fullest. In fact, we should be embracing each other and trying to help one another, and helping make that person rise up even more. So with hate and beef going on in the world, no, I do not support it.
Okay, so with the Daddy-O situation, do you think Daddy-O basically played a part in the Makita's Young Dolph?
Oh, he did. He definitely did have a part in it.
And you're the executive, and you guys are hearing it from his mouth. Like you guys gotta
It's
really
just
open your eyes and realize. You can go ahead.
Sorry about that. To interrupt. It's just on the low right now. It's everything is just being uncovered. They didn't want to let this all just go out to the public because it's like the government. The government doesn't tell you
No,
certain
no,
things.
no! Don't say that in the thing. Just talk about other stuff. Don't talk about the government. Talk
Um,
about other.
Yeah, but no, it's it's you got a ton of people that are in the mix of things. They're just releasing that information now. It's all been low key. It's now being uncovered. Things are hitting the fan, and things are just being let out, and things are being told.
So, okay, now, do you think that how when young Dolph came back from the trip to New York with Big Moochie Grape, yep?
Yes.
So, now, do you think he should have drove back to Memphis from Atlanta, or do you think he should have went onto that plane? Because when he got to Memphis and the place he stayed at, he was being followed. So what do you think about, should he have took the trip with Big Moochie Grape? Was that too risky? What would you think?
I think it is too risky because there's a lot of things that could have happened to him on that plane, or just even him before he even got on the plane. You got assassinations that go on in the world. You got hitmen.
How about when he landed?
Even when
being
he
followed, like, do you
Yeah.
think he should have went with that group and ended up being followed because they knew his exact schedule of where he was staying, or should he have did the trip separately with his own security? That way they don't know where he's staying.
He should have did the trip separately with his own security because that would have been safer, and not just that, but like you said, it would have kept him hidden. They know his location since he went with the group. They knew exactly his schedule, what he was going to be doing. So that's like a whole plan for them ahead of time.
Okay, so now, do you think that it is true that he actually went to the Makita's Cookies? Because why would somebody go to Dolph early that morning around 9 to 10 a.m.? So why would Snoop fans, do you think it was weird that he didn't show up and miss those calls?
Well, what I think in this scenario, and you're right, it is weird that he didn't miss those calls and whatnot, but it could have been a number of reasons to this. He could have got hit up with a different type of plan to the problem that he was dealing with. He could have got called by some of the homies for.
Okay, so now if Key Glock and Snoop Bands were supposed to be there but didn't answer the phone when Dolph called them, do you think they knew what was going to happen when he got there?
No, I do not, because he had no info on when he got there, so he was unaware of what the scenario could have been.
Okay, but now Snoop Bands and Key Glock had to have known what was going to happen to Dolph because they scheduled for a music video to be done at a certain time and place. And when Dolph got there, he ended up getting sent up. Now, speak on that.
This is true, but they could have had other people that had the setup plan for this person. Like Snoop Dogg and, the other guy could have been unaware, right? But they could have had other people that were perpetrating this plan to be orchestrated against young Dolph.
And